y'all, and welcome to the Ladywing Designs channel. My name is Zakia, and it's gonna be a little bit of an awkward angle. Okay, that's a little better. Anyway, so happy December. How are we already here? Yeah, and for once I'm excited about December. I think usually I'm not excited because it's basically Christmas season. Um, and I'm not always a big Christmas person, and I'm not necessarily like super excited about Christmas this year, but yeah, I think November was just a really good month, so I'm excited. Bring on December, and right after that we have the new year, which I'm sure we're all excited about. So anyway, this is Vlogmas slash Flossmas. So if you don't know, Vlogmas is I first heard about it in the knitting podcast community or knitting and crochet podcast community, but I think it happens all over YouTube, and it's just like recording every day little clips in the run up to Christmas or all of December, basically just a way to kind of celebrate this month and the holiday season and all of that. So Flossmas is the floss tube version of Vlogmas. So kind of the same thing, but obviously those people might be more focused on the stitching part of it. Yeah, so that's kind of a background. I'm here to do Vlogmas. I'm not going to be uploading every day, which you'll know by the time that you're seeing this. I think I'm going to try to upload every Friday, so it'll have, this one will be like 3 days put together, and then the rest of them will be about a week in each video. So yeah. All right, are we ready to talk about what I'm doing for Vlogmas? I have mentioned in a previous video, I think the last craft with me that I did, that I was going to do Vlogmas, and it's basically for y'all to keep me accountable because I need that right now. So there's going to be one knitting thing to keep me accountable on, and then a cross stitch thing. So we're going to start with the knitting. So this is my first year. Also, if anyone's wondering, we're in my bedroom. All the doors are closed because I don't think you can hear it. You shouldn't be able to, but I'm doing laundry, and I forgot to film before I started that. So that's why it's looking a little barren. But anyway, okay. So I'm going to explain this a little differently so that we don't get confused. So 2017 was the first year that I found Knitting Podcast. It was the first year that I started like buying fancy yarn and all of that. So like I said, it was the first year that I got an advent calendar. And actually, I got 2 half advent calendars, and I'm not going to pull this all the way off the bed, but this is my first Cozy Memories blanket, part of it. And those 2 advent calendars that I had in 2017, they were both half advents, so they had 12 minis, and then with both of them I got the full skein for Christmas Day. Anyway, all of those went into the first Cozy Memories blanket, which is super fun. 2018, on November 30th, so literally like it just had its second birthday pretty much, the Northeasterly pattern by Skenanigans came out, and I love the idea of this pattern. It's super fun. So you knit it in strips that you can see up here, like you can knit so far and then put it on hold. Some people just knit the entire strip the length that they want and then start on their second one next to it, because it's done where you just like join to the strip next to it, so you don't have to sew anything together. And yeah, I love the look of the pattern. I don't know if it was the yarns or what, but oh, excuse me, I had way more in this. We'll get there. And yeah, then I sat it down after Advent season, naturally, and never came back to it. It was in a bin. And then last year, so just hang tight. We're getting to this Advent season, I promise. So then 2019, I got the Teeny Button Studio Advent Calendar. And hold on, crinkle, crinkle, because some of the last few of my minis from last year are still in the little bags they came in. Because I never finished the project. I was knitting with them, and yarn is super tangled. So I'm not going to pull this all the way out, but if you go back to last year and early 2020, I was working on a shawl. I'll put the details for this shawl below for all of these projects. But this is, here, I can take, see, yarn's dropping everywhere. That's why I didn't want to take it out. Now I'm losing stitch markers. But anyway, this is the Fade into Advent wrap by Paper Daisy Creations. What's her real name? Lisa Ross. Like I said, I'll link all of this below. But as you can see, oh, perfect. I can at least show you. I can show you from the center. But as you can see, it faded through all the colors, and I was doing them in the order that I opened them. And I really liked this pattern, this project. I loved it. But so what I was, oh gosh, sorry y'all. Day one is going to be a hot mess. But anyway, what I was doing, each of the minis was 20 grams. And so I would, when I got to that day, I would put it in the first side, and I would do like 5 or 6 colors on one side of the shawl. And then I would go to the other side of the shawl and do like those same 5 or 6 days, right? So that those minis could be completely done. Well, of course, on one of the sides, like multiple times, the stitch count was off. And I would, you know, try to fudge it and try to make sure it was in the right section because of the way the decreases in the pattern was working. And yeah, the last time that happened, I was just like, F it, I'm done. Because I knew, like, yes, you know, it'll block out, like, I could make it a straight line, but yeah, it was just gonna bother me. And it was already bothering me to no end. So that whole thing is getting frogged. And yeah, I know you're all just like, what? Don't do that. Just finish it. Yeah, no, it's getting frogged. Because I want all of the Advent yarn to be in the same thing together. So that was 2019. And this project bag is from Manacori Creations. She's in Greece. One of my favorite people. She's one of the hosts of the IVKN that I get on all the time, International Virtual Knit Nights. Anyway, that brings us to 2020 Advent. I am frogging some things, y'all. So, my Northeasterly, so this year, the 2018 Advent calendar that I got was also Harry Potter. And all of these yarns are not, like some of these back towards the beginning here, those are not part of the Advent, so those won't be going into this Advent project, but all the Advent yarns will. So I recently, like a couple months ago now, I started frogging out the Northeasterly with all the Harry Potter yarns, and I decided to start a second Cozy Memories blanket because I've been wanting to make a second one for years. I mean, pretty much, I think I actually had started a second one before I finished this first one, and then I frogged it. It had smaller squares, and it would have looked nice, but I think that I didn't necessarily want the squares that small. And I don't remember how many stitches I had. This first one I did 55. I did an odd number so that I could do a center double decrease in the middle. This one I am more closely following the pattern The Coziest Memory by Kemper Ray, which is kind of where all of the Cozy Memory blanket fun started, like 3 or 4 years ago now. But anyway, I am, hold on, I can hold this up again. So, oh, and don't mind this giant hole That's what happens when you don't weave in the ends from magic knots and then you put everything in the washer. Oops. It's fine. But yeah, so you can see on this blanket, all of the squares are going the same direction, and that decrease in the center, like it's all going the same direction. So this one, I really wanted to do what I've seen a few other people do, where the squares are going off in different directions. So I think you can kind of see the decrease lines there on these four. This is the center of the blanket, and you can see they're all turned a different direction. So as I add squares to each of those quadrants, they're going to be turned that direction. So it'll end up kind of like Xing itself. It's going to be fabulous. Yeah, so for right now, I am adding Harry Potter yarns to this blanket. These are the only ones that I want in this Cozy Memories for right now, until I run out of Harry Potter yarn. So all of this is from the 2018 Advent. This is the little progress keeper that we got 2018 with the Advent. It's a little Harry Potter cupcake or muffin, whatever you... I guess it's a cupcake because that looks like icing at the top. But anyway, this is where I'm at. I'm showing you this so that you know where I started from. And I am... Okay, so the whole point of this, the knitting bit, I'm going to try to do a square a day. So keep me accountable, y'all. At least one square a day. Some days I might do 2 or 3. That's fine. But it's not going to count as like, oh, the next day's done now. No. Like, you still need to do 1 a day at least. So I'll be back later today checking in with what I've got done. Like I said, I've got all of this. So I've got a few more of these yarns. There were some other yarns from that Advent that didn't get put in the Northeasterly yet, so those will be going in. I'm gonna do at least 1 square in each color from the 2019 Advent. Yeah, it's a lot of Harry Potter yarn just from those minis, and I know that I will have some leftovers. So I'm just going to briefly mention what I'm doing with the leftovers. These are more, so can I hold this without everything falling out? So like these are a few more of the Northeasterly Advents, and then I've got like skein, like this one is a skein that I already had, Harry Potter yarns, because I pulled the Harry Potter yarns out of my stash that I had also that weren't Advents. So all of that is in this bag, which is by... This bag is from Freckled Whimsy. There you go. I don't really remember where I got it from, but anyway, maybe I ordered it. I can't remember if it was a gift or if I ordered it or like bought it myself. Regardless, all of that yarn is also going to be going into the second Cozy Memories blanket. And then at the end of the month, I'll talk about it a little bit more when we get there. But the leftovers from my 2017 Advent calendar, I still had like tiny bits of each color. And I made a magic, or 2 magic knot balls so far. This one was real wonky when it was being wound on my ball winder. So I just put a little, what does she call these? Skein coat over it. I don't remember the shop name right now, but it'll all be linked. So yeah, you just keep it over there and then you can center pull. So this must be the top because that's the center. Yeah, so then you center pull and it keeps your cake neat. But anyway, this is the first one that I did. I think this is the top, but you can see it a little better. So a bunch of, and I just like, I put them kind of randomly. I didn't put like a bunch of the same kind of shades of colors next to each other, but that was it. Other than that, I wasn't too picky on it. And then there's this one. And then I've already started one with the Northeasterly yarns that are coming out. And yeah, as I take apart the other shawl, those will get made into magic knot balls. It's going to be to start a project after Christmas. We'll talk about it a little closer, but that's what's happening. So there's that. This is going to be kind of a long intro. Oh well. And then, so that's the knitting part. Keep me accountable on 1 square a day. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be posting this on Instagram or not. Probably not, honestly. I want to make as little stress for myself as possible. But anyway, so that's the knitting part. I'm going to be working on an advent blanket, basically. And then, sorry, there's like stuff all up on my phone. So then the cross stitch part, in the Semi-Sane Stitchers group. Semi-Sane Stitchers is a Facebook group, and you do have to, it's a closed group. Excuse me, you do have to request to join, and the admin are required, there are questions that you answer, and the admin are requiring that you are recommended by someone. So, and listing like, oh, I heard about it on FlossTube is not a good enough recommendation. You need to be, that person needs to be able to vouch for you, right? It's kind of like a recommendation letter. Like if that teacher didn't have you in their class, they know nothing about you, like how can they really recommend you, right? Yeah. So hopefully, like, you know someone in the group, and they can vouch for you, basically. That being said, I can't like vouch for everyone on the channel, but you know, if we've had conversations, if we've talked, that type of thing, you know, let me know, and then I can recommend you, and you can list that on there. Regardless. In December, they are doing an event called Whip Wranglers. And basically, we're like wrangling up naughty elves, which are our projects. So, let me pull up my dice. What's the words for these things? I just have a dice app off of the Play Store. I had a different one. This is the one that I got. I had a different one, but I got a new one because we need a 20-sided die. So you pick your level. I'm doing the medium level, which is whatever the dice rolls times 100. We'll come back. So you have to have a list of 20 whips, and you can repeat whips, but your list has to go up to 20. So, you know, or they also have a monogamous stitching version. Anyway, I have 20 whips. So I put my 20 whips in there. It's a mix of some projects that I want to get more work on and projects that I was hoping would be done before the end of the year. Most of those won't get done now, but that's fine. So you roll a 20-sided die to pick which project you're working on, which project you're wrangling, and then you roll a 6-sided die to determine how many stitches you're doing on it. And so the medium level, whatever the 6-sided die rolls, you multiply that by 100, and that's the number of stitches that you have to do on that project before you can move on. So, okay, are you ready? I'm trying to like turn my phone without shaking it. So, here's my dice. You can see I have the 20-sided die and the 6-sided die. So we're going to shake and let's see what we get. Hold on. I'm going to try not to move my phone here. Oh, what did I do? I was trying to screenshot it, but I just locked my phone. Anyway, so the 20-sided die rolled number 4, and the 6-sided die rolled 3. So let's go back to my whip list, which I'm not going to show you because there's a secret project on here. I think it's only one secret project, but still, I'm just not going to show it to you. Anyway, okay, so number 4, oh, that's fun. So number 4 is cardinal points, and if you're like, what? Cardinal points? I don't know if I ever actually showed y'all, but right after I finished the first cardinal points, I sent a picture to my mom, like when I posted it and everything. When I finished, I sent a picture to her and then I posted it on Insta. And she was so in love with it that she was like, "Oh, can I have this?" And I was like, "No," because I just finished it. I was very attached to it still. And then I was like, long story short, it made her extremely happy. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna give it to her. It's fine. And I had enough fabric, so I immediately, like the next day, I think, started cardinal points again, and that one will actually be for me. So, I'll come back later. I'm gonna work on my square first because I need to edit and upload the last couple of vlogs for November. So I'm gonna work on at least one square while I edit and stuff, and then I'll come back and show you where cardinal points is starting from when I get started on it. So, all right, until later. Okay, so time to check in. Um, it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and here I am with my blanket. So here, I think it's easier to hold it this way so you can see all the squares. And this pink one is the one that I added in today. So yay, first square done. Um, if anyone's wondering, I'm using signature straight needles in a US size 2, 2.75 millimeter needle to knit that blanket. It's the same needle that I actually used on the first Cozy Memories as well. So, the cross stitch project that I'm moving to now for Whip Wranglers is Cardinal Points by Long Dog Samplers. It's originally charted for Gentle Arts threads, but I looked up a DMC conversion for each of the colors. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Like I said, I've already finished this once. I started it, I think 2019. I'm pretty sure I started it 2019 in September and then finished it at the end of August, I think it was. And now I've started it again. So I thought this was really funny. I've been editing the last 2 November vlogs today. And the second to last one, I like mentioned like, oh, you know, I hope I have enough room for my birthday start on this fabric because there's another project that's going on it, and I don't even think I've told y'all about it. It was cardinal points. So this is where I am right now. So this is my starting point. And I need to do 300 stitches on this. So that's where we're at, and I'm gonna bring up one of my counting apps because this is a paper pattern. So I'm gonna bring up one of my counting apps and get my starting picture posted on the Facebook group, and then we'll be stitching away. So hopefully I'll be back today with my check-in for where I got to. Okay, so another check-in, and that's pretty much how these Vlogmas videos are gonna go. I thought that at first it would maybe be a couple clips per day, but hopefully these will be short for the most part. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm back because I finished my 300 stitches on cardinal points, and I actually did 341 stitches. So that is where I'm at so far. I don't think I said earlier, this is on 18 count Aida 2/1, so 2 strands of floss. Grime Guard is from Silver Moon Sewing, and this needle minder I got from a Michelle Bindi auction, but you might be able to find some other copies of it out there. I was able to find some on Etsy from searching geometric needle minder, so you might find that one or some other really nice ones. There's also a blue version of this. It's really pretty. Anyway, not the point. Yeah, I've been catching up with Vlogmas slash Flossmas videos today while I worked on this. I'm not watching all of the channels that are doing, there are a lot of people doing Vlogmas and Flossmas this year that I follow. I'm not watching everyone because I'm still very much behind on other videos, but it's been fun. So anyway, this is where I got to on cardinal points. I finished this, okay, yeah, you can see that. I finished this dragonfly up here and did the two little things of backstitch to connect the antenna. And then I did, let's see, I did this flower, these 3 flower petals, and then I think all of this green over here. So anyway, each one of those flower petals is 78 stitches, so that helped a lot. Yeah, so I did a little over 300, and now we are going to roll the die or dice for my second project. Okay, that's nice. I'm getting messages and things. So let's click on the, of course it's gonna load up again. Okay. And now apparently I don't have dice. That's not very helpful. Hold please. Okay, so I just added the dice. I didn't roll or anything yet. So let's shake and see what we get. So it's gonna be let's see if I can do this time without locking my screen. There we go. So it's gonna be project 17 for 100 stitches. So what is project 17? I'm going back to my list. Again, there are actually 2 secret projects on this list, so you're definitely not going to get to see it. But I'll hold it there. There is a list. Anyway, project 17 is A Stitch for Sweet Freedom. So, okay. This is, hold on, I'm going to take it out of this packaging. Okay, so this is a project that I am doing with one of my very good friends, period, honestly, but we met through the crafty world, Amy from Creativity by Gage. So this is the pattern, A Stitch for Sweet Freedom by Lindy Stitches. This came out last year, I think. I can't flip it over because I have the pattern showing. Well, okay, let's do that. So there's some of the floss that we're using. That's all the floss that I'm contributing to this. And then Amy has flosses that she sent as well for her version. So this all started because I bought this pattern because I loved the saying, but I loved that it was charted to be a BIPOC person, but if you don't know, BIPOC, B-I-P-O-C, stands for Black Indigenous People of Color. Non-white people. Anyway, I was excited about that, but I didn't really want to stitch the girl. So we were talking about it one day. We used to like chat every evening before kind of craziness started. Anyway, I was like, I don't want to do that. And, you know, it'd be nice if you just like stitch the girl, or maybe she offered first. Regardless, we ended up planning it all out. And we ordered some she ordered some fabric. She is, what am I trying to say? She is in Be Stitch Me Fabric of the Month Club. Anyway, ridiculously long story for no reason. We got some fabric for this because at the time I didn't have blue fabric, and then naturally after I started this, blue fabric that would have been perfect was in my possession. But this is Earth by, like planet Earth, by Be Stitch Me. It's, yeah, 32 count Lugana. So there's the info there. And yeah, it's beautiful. So when I got it, after I did several flips of this fabric to figure out like where I wanted to put the patterns and everything, I measured like multiple times to make sure, and then um, I put in some DMC 3371 because I have a ton of it. So I just put that in like at the edge of my piece. So the measurement is, okay, I don't know if I said this, and I feel like my brain is everywhere. So sorry if December the 1st section is going to be like, what's she talking about? Because I don't even know at this point. But I'm stitching the words on both of ours, and Amy is going to stitch the girl on both of ours. Because also, this year, 2020, Amy was personally doing no new starts. A bunch of people tried it last year, and I don't know if I saw anyone that made it through. I'm sure someone did. And that's fine. No judgment or shame there. And then Amy decided, hey, I'm going to try to do it this year. And y'all, she's made it. Like, and I think she's going to make it. Like, she has literally made it all year, no new starts. So, that was part of the reason for this too. I was going to stitch the words on mine, and then obviously she was going to be kind enough to stitch the girl for me, but she also wanted this, so I'm going to stitch the words for hers too. That way she has no new starts still, right? She's finishing projects, not starting them. But anyway, so this line of floss here is separating our pieces, and that includes I think it's a 2-inch border that I did. And then she's so sweet, whatever is left from the fabric, she's going to send back to me and I'll get to keep. So I'm super excited about that because this is the first time that I've worked on Be Stitch Me fabric. But anyway, yeah, so I only need 100 stitches for this, but I might just keep it out. We'll see what happens. I might, because I really enjoyed working on this, so let me hold it a little closer. I was holding it back because you could see the fabric very well. But let me hold it a little closer. So that is what I have. Yeah, some of the called for, some things are changing. It's just a mix, but I love it, y'all. I so enjoyed working on this, and if you've been around a while, you know I love stitching words. So yeah, I really need to get back to this. Honestly, she could have had this forever ago. So she could have been working on it. Yeah, it's just me. I got super distracted for months. But yeah, so that is what I'm working on. I'm going to take my starting photo right now, and we're going to get back to it. So I will check in with you probably. Let's just go ahead and say I'm going to wait and check in the morning. So yeah, I showed you I did show you the square. I don't know where it is now. Over there somewhere. There's a lot of stuff on the couch right now. Yeah, so I did my square for today, and we're off and running on Whip Wranglers. So I hope everyone's had a good start to Vlogmas, Flossmas, December, whatever you want to call this month, and I'll check in tomorrow. Night, y'all. Welcome back. It is, except really, it's only been like a second, but you know what I mean. So it's December the 2nd. It's 1 in the afternoon, or a little after that. So I did, as I told you I would, I did way more than 100 stitches on this. I don't know how many. I stopped counting after the 100 something that I needed. Well, okay. Anyway, so here is a stitch for Sweet Freedom. So I went ahead and, oh, okay. No, it's fine. So I went ahead and finished my half, or, the first set of words. We'll see what happens. Anyway, because really Amy will get to pick which one is which, because she's going to be the one to cut it and send my piece back. So, and I don't really care which one she sends, honestly. Yeah, so here it is. It's all done. I don't know. I think on the last clip that I did, I think it was better sunlight, so you could see the variegation better in this floss. That is Classic Colorworks Caterpillar. Really love that floss. I don't know if, yeah, you can see it there. It's got some great variegation. I love stitching with it. So, yeah, and I have enough here because actually this floss came with the pattern. I think I ordered from Threads Entwined, maybe? I don't remember now. But I think it was Threads Entwined that I ordered the pattern from when it came out. And there was a little 5-yard skein of Caterpillar in the package as well, which is one of the called for colors for this. You're actually supposed to use it here, but I wanted to use it for the words because it was a dark color like the motto was, and I loved the variegation. So yeah, it looks great. Anyway, so like I said, there's the line separating our pieces. I'll be starting on Amy's, or the second one. Like I said, who knows who will get what, but I'm going to start on that second half at some point. For Whip Wranglers to be entered into, like, I don't know if it's like to be entered period for whatever giveaway they're doing, or I don't know. They do entries, right? Am I thinking of the right group? Anyway, for their events, they do entries that you can earn in their different challenges, and then at the end of the year, they do like a big drawing or something. I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. I never play. I always just participate in the events and the challenges and games and stuff because they're fun. I don't care about earning the entries, so that's why I have no idea. But I think that's what they do. So anyway, so that got finished, and then I'll show you my the next roll that I had. This is the screenshot I took. Oh, that's super bright. Gave me project 2 for 100 stitches, and project 2 is autumn tree. See, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared at all. Hold on. I know I've worked on this year, so I'm going to scroll back and show you all a picture of what it's going to look like, because this is a digital pattern. Come on. Okay, so this is, I call it Autumn Tree so that I know what I'm referring to, but this is Autumn by Diana Shop Ukraine on Etsy. I'll link everything below as always. So that's what it looks like when it's done. This is a series. She has one for each season. I have all 4 patterns, but I've only finished the summer one so far, which is, I started this 2 years ago, y'all. And for the longest time, it only had like 20 stitches in it for like 2 years almost. And then this year I worked, or maybe last year I got it out and worked on the background and had that mostly done, but still didn't finish it. And then this year I finished the background and barely started on the fill-in. So don't mind this. Kool-Aid spilled one day. Keep your things in bags, even if they're just Ziploc bags. It's better than just sitting out, which I say that, and yeah, I should move a prop. But I also don't keep drinks on that side of the table anymore. I keep them in the middle. So anyway, it's fine. None of it got on the actual piece, and all of this is DMC, and it's on white Aida, so it would have been fine. But anyway, this is the next piece up. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm filling in. I need to look at what colors are called for so that I can grab some of those and work on it. Yeah, so I think I'm going to color complete, but I don't really know yet. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I only need 100 stitches. This is on 16 count Aida, 2/1. Like I said, it's all DMC, all the called for DMC. So that is that. That's what I want to do, catch you up on. So now I am going to continue to watch some Flossmas and Vlogmas videos. People have already started uploading day 2. So, yeah, I'm not watching everyone that's uploading, but I'm still watching a good few people. So I'm going to try to get caught up on these so that I don't fall too far behind, because I still have regular videos from like the last few weeks to catch up on. So anyway, oh, I do want to shout out Scott Stitches in Spain. Back when he started his floss tube and everyone was kind of shouting him out, he has been on my watch later list since then, y'all. Like, it's real sad. And I have some more people on there that I have been wanting to watch for months now. So hopefully that'll happen soon. But I went ahead and made sure that I watched Scott today because he is doing Flossica. And I think that's how he pronounced it. Honestly, I kind of missed like the first few seconds of the video. But it's Hanukkah, right? Because he celebrates Hanukkah. Yeah, I just think as soon as I saw that pop up on my notifications on my phone, I was like, yes, we have to do this because he's the only person I've seen doing Flossica, right? Let's welcome in all the holidays, all the things that people are celebrating, even if you're just celebrating the giving season. Yeah, inclusivity, y'all. So, yeah, so that was really great. And I took the time to binge watch all of the videos that he's done. I think he's only had 5 floss tubes before the Flossica video. So, yeah, he's super enjoyable. Oh my gosh, his stitching, y'all. It's great. It's just go watch. I will have him linked below, but totally recommend. So I actually well, I am going to go back to watching videos, but I need to eat. I haven't done that yet. Anyway, I need to eat, and then I'm going to get to my square for today. So I'll check in probably later tonight with what's been going on today. Okay, so it is 8 o'clock on the 2nd, and I have done 2 squares today. So I added this brown square, which is a really pretty brown. It's got some speckles over in it. I'm sure you can't really see it because there's no sunlight anymore, so we're working off of minimal light. But that's the first square that I did, and then this second square, this pink. So yeah, this is the blanket so far. So I don't think that you can see that's nice though. You can see the decrease line here, the X, and how they're all going kind of in quadrants. So you can see that better at least. So my goal, I'm taking this. So Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady is at least one person that I've seen do the like X center out. She's done that on a couple blankets, I think now. But anyway, I liked that idea. And then what she also does, she talks about it in some of her videos. So as she finishes around to make the blanket square again, she goes back and weaves in the ends like on the round before it. So I'll just flip this over so you can see. So the Cozy Memories blanket, and okay, hold on. There are multiple things that I've been thinking about today that I wanted to mention. So, this pattern, I don't think you can find it anywhere else than on Ravelry. I'll double check before I link it. As always, I'll mention if, if it's a link that goes to Ravelry, it'll say that so that you see it before you click on it. But you can also just look up like knitted mitered squares. You can Google that or YouTube it, and that's basically all it is. They're just mitered squares. And this is a free pattern, so I don't feel bad telling you that. Like, if you can't get to Ravelry or something, just look up how to knit or crochet even a mitered square, because that's all it is. But you aren't like seaming these together. You pick up when you start a new square, like you're picking up stitches. So let's talk about these two. So these two, like this one, when I added it, because of the way, the direction that I knit, I pick up from right to left. That's totally backwards for you. Anyway, I pick up from right to left. And so this square, so this pink one wasn't here yet. That's what's confusing me right now as I look at it. This pink one wasn't yet here. So I had to cast on 26 stitches for this side, and then I picked up 26 stitches off of this square. So you can see, okay, you can see on the back there that brown is kind of looped under the purple because I picked up stitches off of that side. And then when I did the pink, again, direction of knitting that I need to pick up in, I picked up along this square first, and then I actually picked up a couple extra stitches in here because it was the last of this 4 that got added, and so there was just, because of the way that I am picking up stitches, there was just a little space. So I picked up a couple extra stitches and then decreased those immediately, like on the next row. But anyway, I picked up here a couple extra stitches and then picked up along this brown square. So yeah, a little insight. I'm loving it. I'm super loving this project. So I'm trying to get the yellow to like lay down. But yeah, it's looking super good. So my goal now is to fill in these 2 spots here and then these 2 along the bottom to square out the blanket again. And looking at, other way, looking at the northeasterly that I'm frogging out, the next 4 colors that are going to be used, it's time for me to wind off some colors now and onto my magic cakes. But the next colors I'm going to use, oh, that's the wrong side, are this one, this cream off-white, this lighter brown here, and this variegated green. So you'll be seeing those over the next few days. I am super excited about that. So, okay, that is it pretty much. I think for tonight we'll see what I get done, and I'll just catch up with you, catch you up on it tomorrow. I haven't done any stitching yet, but I have put it in the Q-snap, so those 100 stitches will happen eventually. I think that my mind is still just stuck on like cardinal points and Sweet Freedom because I don't usually change my projects this often. At least the first one was 300 stitches, but for Sweet Freedom it was only 100, and then, you know, I still did maybe like another 100 or so to finish up that set of words. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think that later tonight or tomorrow I'll want to stitch, so it won't matter. But yeah, so I'm gonna put the blanket down for tonight, and I'll let you know tomorrow what I get up to tonight. We'll see if any crafting happens or if I just kind of hang out and play phone games. So until then. Welcome back to the vlogs. Again, it's only been a few seconds. I don't know why I feel like I have to say that every time, but it is December the 3rd. It's a little bit before 7 p.m. and I need to catch you up on some stuff. So, fun fact, I apparently have been wearing red long sleeves a lot lately because I was like, you know, did I wear this shirt yesterday? I don't remember. Sometimes I wear the same stuff over and over because I'm not necessarily going anywhere, so, you know, might as well reuse them. But yeah, I was like, okay, well, maybe I should change shirts if I've like worn it before in this vlog clip. And no, it's been a different red long sleeve every day. So whatever. I guess I do go to Alabama, so it makes sense. Okay, so let's catch you up on Whip Wranglers. So last we spoke, I had to do 100 stitches on Autumn Tree, and actually, come on phone. I will show you where I got to at the end of my 100 stitches. So that's where the 100 stitches ended. I did a little over and then I kept going. So the rest of this brown, I just have to do, the rest of this brown, I just have to fill in this branch and finish off up here. And then it'll be done. So I think I'm going to keep this one on the Q-snap because it is one of the projects that I was hoping to finish this year. So maybe it can be kind of an in-between different projects. We'll see. But I really enjoyed it. I have a hard time switching projects quickly, so yeah, I've been just like trying to come to a good stopping place before I do the next roll to kind of help combat that. And then the next one, so let me show you just for oh, no, I did it right. Okay, so then the next one that I did, I got project 10 for 500 stitches. And that project, I swear I just hit go on these things and I don't actually get stuff together. So project 10 is Happy Halloween, and this is out of the October 2020 issue of Just Cross Stitch. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. The pattern is by Doreen Jones, and I have just been working on the border for this, so just this outside border all the way around so that it is completely done, because it's been really good mindless stitching because I've just been doing it one color at a time. So I did all of the black outlines. Hold on, I'm going to show you where I started from. I did all of the black outlines first, and then I went in and filled in the orange. And then I am working on this green. Well, then I did the gray, and now I'm working on this greenish color. So this is where I started from. I just had these first two up here and most of that one there in the top left corner. So this, hold on, it's going to be a little weird to show because I stitched this in hand. So it's very rolled up. Hold on. I'm trying not to shake the table too much. I keep my needle minders on the metal frame of my coffee table, which is where the laptop is sitting, so. Okay. Bear with me. I'm trying to keep this, it's fine. Okay, that worked. So that is where I got to. You can see I finished the green fill-in across the top. I did most of this right side over here, so I got almost all the way down to the bottom there. And then I came back over to this left side and started working down. And yeah, I got a little bit past halfway. I finished this box completely. So, yay! That was a little over 500 stitches. And it's looking really good. I'm excited about it. I'm really, really stoked to get to the center and start filling in. So that is that. Let's see. This is, I'm using DMC. This green color is the first conversion that I've done, just because I didn't have the color that's called for. This is on 32 count light mocha Belfast linen that I just got off of 123 Stitch. It's a Zweigart color. This needle minder, if anyone's wondering, is the Hogwarts crest as a wax seal, and I got that from Simply Serving a while ago. And this skull needle minder is one that I got from a Michelle Bindi auction. Or it's one that she sent to me. I don't really remember. There were two skulls that I got from her around the same time a while ago now, and the first one, I was like, oh hey, I think you like included this by accident. This is someone else's because it was auction items, and no, like that was mine. Or D-stash items or something, and I had paid for that one, and then the next time she sent me a package, I think it was this one that she just sent me because she knows I like sugar skulls. So I think this was the gift one she sent me, but regardless, I love them. So, okay, that is Whip Wranglers for what I've been up to, and let's go ahead. I had my dice pulled up. Okay, I thought I did. Let's go ahead and roll. Well, there's the, here, I'm gonna turn my volume down. And we're going to shake and roll. So that is project, hold on. Nope. Alright, I can do this. That is project 6 for 200 stitches. So 6. Anyway. Oh, let me look at what project 6 is. Oh, that's so perfect. So project 6 is right here. I can literally just reach over and show it to you. It is the first of the smalls on the pattern Citrine by Gracelynn. Oh, hey, it is instant at night, isn't it? I'll come back to that. Where's this pattern? So, okay, for my birthday, I started one of the smalls that Carolyn Manning Designs has in the pattern Citrine. It's one of the birthstone patterns that was released earlier this year. So this is the small that I'm doing. And what did it say? 200 stitches? So that'll be good. So this is where I'm starting from. So we'll see if I update you on this again in this vlog, or if that'll be kind of the start of the next one. But that's where I'll be starting from. So I need to take my picture for that. And the other thing, I have not done my square yet today. So just as a quick reminder, this is where we're starting from. And the next clip that you'll be seeing, so I'll come back and show you the square, of course, and stitching if I get any done. But the next clip is going to be me joining some more of this yarn from the blanket that I've already used as squares. I need to put that into my magic knot ball. So that's what I'm going to do now. I also need to, oh, well, I guess I can't because I would need that. I need to wind up a skein of contrast yarn, but that might not happen today. So, okay, I'm gonna go get to work on that, and then I'll check in with y'all in a little bit to show you at least the one square that I get done. last little check-in for the third and this, and also for this first Flossmas vlog. So it ended up being a 2 square night. I was just feeling it. This one, so it worked out perfectly after I had filmed this video. And then I filmed the little clip of me winding off some of that yarn, and then Michelle Bendy came on for her Thursday night Stitch with Me that she does live. So I knit this one while I was on there, and then I also started this one while I was on there, and then the live ended, and so I went back to watching YouTube, and I've just finished that up, like literally maybe a minute ago. I finished it and then immediately turned the camera on. So it's coming together. I'm super excited about it. So tomorrow's squares will be, and I say tomorrow, like honestly, I was thinking about it. I have, all the ones from this Advent, and then I still have a whole nother Advent to hopefully get into this blanket, before the end of the year. So I'm not gonna feel bad if I want to do more than 1 square a day. And I'm kind of feeling like I might want to do another square tonight. So I'll show you wherever I get with that one tomorrow. I'm gonna move this to this square because it's the last one I did today. And yeah, so 2 more squares to go. I need a square here and here, and then I will be starting to weave in some of these ends because it's already getting a little crazy. So, all right. I don't really have anything else to chat about, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and I will get this edited tonight and ready to upload. By the time it goes up, it'll probably be the 4th, but I hope everyone's December is off to a really great start. I hope you're enjoying all the videos that people are putting out. Yeah, and happy crafting, y'all. Bye.